Good evening, everyone. It's time for a new season. It's a brand new season, actually. I was really wondering if they were actually going to do this in the end, but it looks like they did, and it's awesome. And it's, of course, Camazone. Oh, that reminds me, we need to change this thing up here as well. I don't know the exact name for this, what they're going to, what name they're going to put, so I've just mentioned, or named it Holiday, New Year. For now, we're gonna see in the patch notes in a few days, 2 days. So let's just put this as a kind of placeholder name. Check the colors. Yeah, that's cool. So let's get to it. First of all, before we're gonna move anywhere, there are gonna be a harder difficulty. That is right. It's going to be Conquer 2, as they named it. That means you're gonna be getting 200 more bottle caps each. So that means 2,000 more than before. 15,000 was the cap of bottle caps you could get. Now you can get 17,000. And the level, I believe, currently is 96 starting on, and it's gonna start on 101, so it's 5 levels more. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, I think, especially in the start at least. So yeah, you have the spreadsheet here. I'm gonna have that in the the description, so you can check that. And you will just scroll down as always, and we have it here. I'm gonna go down here and just use this thing here. It's much easier. Then we have everything in one place. And also a special thanks to Sage72. That is, he's provided me with like everything. Really, really, really awesome. And yeah, let's take a look now. Let's do the artifacts first. So we have Journey's End, which is going to give you 0.3 attack for each lost silver coin. And I'm not sure about this one actually. I don't know if it counts like if you lose a silver coin, like if you buy something. I would assume that, because it's not that much attack if it's only... one moment, BRB. And I'm back, sorry for that. Right, I forgot about one of the curses. There's a new curse as well, called Greedy Mimic, right? That will remove 10 silver coins for clearing a node. So when there's like a fighting node and you're clearing it, I think actually it goes for all of the nodes, actually, when you're passing it, yeah. Then you're gonna lose 10 silver coins. But I mean, if we just do this really quickly, there is, of course, 6 nodes each level, and there's 8 floors, so that's 6 times 8 and then minus 1, which means 47 nodes. So 47 times 0.3, that's gonna be 156% of attack. That's not that much if you think about it, considering it's a special artifact. So I don't think, and that assumes that you also start with these things. I think it goes for all the silver coins actually. It must do. Anyways, moving on, red and blue board. That is 30 defense, and when you clear a node, you have a 70% chance to get 5% of your currently owned silver coins, and there's also a 30% risk to lose the 10% of your own silver coins. So essentially, it's gonna give you a lot of silver coins. I think I had like 600-700 or something when I did one of my runs on the Korean one. So that's a really, really good one, and it's super easy to get as well. We're gonna go through that. Then, of course, there's the Bank Owner's Rifle, 50% attack and 0.1% attack per owned silver coin. Then we have the Conscience Reader. I don't know if I said that right, but that's a flat 30% defense. That's nice. Then we have the Elderly Miser's Safe. That's 20% defense and 0.8 damage reduction per owned silver coin. High Security Kettle, that's 600 damage reduction, and you also have 25% defense if you have less than 50 silver coins. And the other two work the same, that's melee and range attack 50%, or the combo and overt watch chain, and then if you have less than 50 silver coins you get 70% melee or ranged attack. So it's basically about stacking a lot of silver coins or keeping yourself below 50 really. The Mandrake is back. Then there's also a small artifact called Prophecy Cookie, which is like a fortune cookie, and that gives the 10% crit chance, and it's replacing that one that gives 10% crit. Can't remember which one, but anyways. And of course the Greedy Mimic. Then we also have some benefits. The first one being pay with credit, 500 Camazone points, and that's in Agata shop. You can can be used with credit. So what I haven't tried this myself, but I'm assuming that you can basically buy for a value of 150 silver coins before, you know, it's gonna cost you anything. But as we know, with credit, I guess you have to pay that back after. So yeah, it's pretty nice though if you don't plan on buying a lot of stuff, because then you can essentially pay nothing and, you know, get away with that and then not buy much more. So yeah, won a prize. You're starting with 300 silver coins, and then we have post your luck. That's 40% HP. I'm going to go through all the events now, and after that we can take a look and see if there's something that makes sense of building, what artifacts you actually want and stuff. So let's just go through the events first. I'm not gonna put a picture of all the events here, because it's just gonna make this whole video take like 10 times more to edit, and I think no one is gonna remember everything from just seeing it here while I'm talking. So people are probably gonna use the spreadsheet and just see what I see here anyway. So let's just go through this view and go with that. So first we have a Giving Heart. That's a it's not a chain event or anything like that, so you can give the charity, you lose 50 silver coins, or you can give a lot of charity, then you lose 300 silver coins. But then you also get 2 high-grade artifacts, which is the Overwatch Chain and Ornicom. Personally, I think that's a bad deal, because I don't want to play like that. I want to go for just maximum silver coins instead. We're gonna go through that later, like I said, but yeah. And this one obviously doesn't give anything, so it doesn't really make sense. You can steal the money as well, except you get no money, and then you get hurt instead, because the beggar will beat you up. And or you can ask them to share their money, and then you get 50 silver coins, so that makes more sense to me anyways. New Year's toasts, then you have a few things to toast for. And the top one, blue jeans, that's a bad one. You lose 30% max HP on all the heroes. The kettle gives you 50 silver coins. The amoeba gives you a random high grade artifact, and then if you ignore them, you can revive a random hero. I like the kettle one, like I said, stacking silver coins. Or if you want to gamble it, you can obviously go for the amoeba as well. Coin bets, you can call heads and call tails. Or ignore and leave. I'm actually going to put a picture of this thing here. As it says, if you win, you will get 200 silver coins, but if you fail, they will take 300 silver coins. Now, I have never lost this one, and if you also see, it says that you just acquire the silver coins. There's no other outcome from that one, so I don't know if they failed or changed their mind when they made the event or anything like that, or maybe if you have more than 300 then you are gonna lose. I don't know. I don't think so though, because it literally says here like you only acquire silver coins, so that's maybe they just did like a last minute change or something. So whatever you take, you're gonna get the 100 from what I've seen anyways. I have never had any other I've done it like over 10-15 times, you know, while farming for the rest of the stuff. So there's that, and also Sage didn't come into that either, so yeah. Then we have the first little chain, that's divination within a cookie, and that's the fortune cookie there. So you can give the fortune cookie, you get 20 bottle caps, and you lose the cookie, and then you get unlock the next part, which is yeah. And this one is interesting because there's like, I'm actually going to put a picture of this too as well. There's basically 2 outcomes from this one, which is interesting because it is, let's see what it says here. So there's like 2 lines up there, which is interesting. All of the text is the same except the last line or the quote thing or within those little things. So either appearances can be deceiving, or you will race beyond your intuition, trust your gut, and take on the challenge. Now, the first one, appearances can be deceiving. I believe that's the one that makes you actually unlock the step for the puppy. I don't know what the other thing actually does. Maybe it does unlock something else. I have no idea. But this chain essentially is pretty useless from what I've seen at least. Maybe I'm missing something because I haven't farmed it that much and I just want to go through the events. But essentially when you get to the puppy part, you can either hug it or pet it and it's gonna bite you. Which I guess that was a nod to, that appearances can be deceiving because it's obviously a cute puppy and then it's biting you. Or if you just leave nothing happen and it's just like, okay. So that doesn't, I think what you just want to do is to give the cookie once to get the bottle caps, and there's that. There's not really anything else to do here. So yeah. Then we have the next chain, cast away in a pit, stretch your hand out, try reaching with a long object. So that's basically someone that's down in a pit, and you can save them. But in order to save them, however, you do need a baseball bat, and that's the only way. So, and you definitely want that. At some point, you can just farm the tourist difficulty, the first one. You're gonna get your bottle caps, and then unlock the next part. Also, rule of thumb: if there's bottle caps, it's done, and you don't need to do it within the same run, right? Lost item, you pick it up and then you can get the conscience reader, which is a wallet. And yeah, it's Chris, by the way, that Fox or whatever person that was in Shiver Peaks. He's like some science dude. But yeah, I remember there was a minigame where there was some antennas or parabolas or whatever they're called, where you had to run between them and, you know, click something. But yeah, so basically this whole thing is about being an asshole, because you have like a lot of like bad karma things that you kind of want to do to proceed. So yeah, so what you can do here is that you pick the wallet up, or don't pick it up, or kick it hard. Kicking it hard is gonna break a window and you're gonna pay it. Not picking up is just gonna move on without doing anything. So you want to pick it up, and that's the conscience reader, right? That's like a wallet. Then Chris is gonna meet you, and he's gonna be really sad, and he wants his wallet back. So what you can do is to give him the wallet, and you're gonna get 100 silver coins, or you don't give him the wallet, and you're gonna get 300 silver coins and the special artifact, which is the journey's end. So yeah, you definitely don't want to give it to him, which is interesting. So I think what we need to do here is definitely like that. Yeah, so let's just fix those lines there. Okay, and then we need to click like that, and then so yeah, and that's gonna upgrade it. Really, it's gonna like open the wallet. You can see the icons there. Next up, wise investor. Buy a pizza, invest, or take his money. You just wanna take the invest part here, really. If you take his money, you're not gonna get much anyway, so it doesn't make sense. So you might as well just progress. And then the great boom, he's gonna come for you and be like an asshole, and because I think he's like some rich guy in some sports car, and he's like bragging, you know, and treating you like a peasant, and he wants you to take the money, but you are instead, you know, being proud and refusing that, and he's gonna get mad and drive off, and then you're gonna proceed to the next part. This one doesn't do that, by the way. And the Great Depression, then he's coming back, and he's super poor and like a beggar, and they lost everything, and then you can chant together, or leave him be, or give him charity. If you give him charity, you're gonna lose 10 silver coins. Doesn't proceed. However, the first two is going to take you to the last step, which is exit strategy. And this one here is you're gonna be on this step always. So when you start a new round or whatever, if you have completed Great Depression, you can get this one super early on, and that's amazing, because then you get that red and blue board, which is gonna net you a lot of silver coins down the line. So that's like you definitely want to do that. New Year's cleaning, help them clean. Right, so there's basically that Karen Titan that's being difficult, and there's this android that wants you to help get rid of her. And yeah, so what you want to do is that you help them, of course. Moving on, difficult trash, and she is the trash, where you can either all heroes take damage by 20% of their max HP, or you can let's see here, solve it by force, which is what you want to do, and beat her up, and then you're gonna meet her in an elite battle. And because if you try to talk to her, she's gonna be running over you with her words and defeat you, basically. And if you walk by, then, well, nothing's gonna happen. So what you want to do is to obviously beat her up. And then you get cleanup is finished, tell the result of the cleaning, and that brings us some bottle caps, and you're gonna get pay with credit, the first benefit. Then we have the second chain here, or not, that's not the second chain, but like the second benefit chain, which is going to be charity, right? So you can pay with the donation, and that's the only way to unlock the next step. So you definitely want to have 100 silver coins on you for that one. Gonna get 20 bottle caps, and you're gonna unlock the next step. And leaving obviously is not going to do anything, or you can try to steal the money, and you are going to get some silver coins there. But yeah, that's obviously, if you don't have the 100, you might as well get away with 50 Then you get to Succubus Bar, and there's like some kind of party here. Everyone is drunk, and you can take his money gun, which is going to give you the bank robber's rifle, or you can enjoy the party together, which is a bad idea, because when you're drinking, you're going to have a hangover, and that's exactly what's happening. Or you can take the kettle, which is what you do want to do, because then you're going to get the bottle caps, and you can acquire the high security kettle, and then you get the last step. And here you do return the kettle to him. And yeah, that's going to unlock the high security, the won a prize benefit, right? And that's the one that is going to make you start with 300 silver coins, which is awesome considering what we're doing here. And then the last and final chain is a child demanding money. You do want to give the child the money instead of getting angry, because that's not going to get you anywhere. That's going to unlock your next step, which is getting a New Year's bow money from Garam. So what you want to do is to do like a New Year bow while well, lowering your body forward, not shaking the butt and not laying on your back, because that's wrong. He's not impressed then. So if you do it right, then you're going to unlock two things here. You're gonna have the special New Year's bow technique and getting New Year's bow money from Nari. So the Nari one is essentially the same as Garam, except there's only one option with two outcomes. And in order to do that correctly, you need to get the special New Year's bow technique first. You can learn the technique, otherwise Nari is gonna be unhappy and nothing is gonna happen. So you want to get this New Year technique first, and you can either do that by having a mandrake or pay with 100 silver coins. Either works, and then you are going to learn the technique, and then you can go back and see if you can find Nari. And when you do, she's going to be happy. And then you're going to learn, or you're going to go and bow to the princess, which is Little Princess. And something we've never seen before is that this one actually will give you 100 free gems, which is pretty cool. Never seen that before. You see the picture here. And it's also going to unlock the Poster of Luck benefit. So that's it for that. Let's just see now what we can do here. We're gonna go through what I think is the way to go with artifacts. I haven't actually played this, but I mean, I think it's pretty clear to me at this point, so let's look at that. I'm just looking here. It's gonna be kind of hard to stay below 50 silver coins, I think, because you need to keep buying stuff all the time, and the bonuses don't really scale more than that. I mean, you have your 70 attack and that's it, you know. So I would definitely say that you want to get as much silver coins as you can get instead. In terms of benefits, I would probably use all of them. I want to use the credits, and then you can just buy something in the shop for free, essentially. This one, for sure. Possibly even go with the other one, the affluence. Might as well. And just stack so many silver coins, and then it's a really good deal. So if you can get this one in there, might as well grab it. And then it's just the usual benefits with, you know, the ignoring melee or ranged immunity, and you know, the VSR and the power booster. I like those. And yeah, not really sure what happened here. That's not how much you get. It's always 70. But yeah, it's a good deal nonetheless. So yeah, I'm not gonna lay out the whole. I'm just talking generally what's like good stuff here. By the way, I'm not gonna. I'm too lazy to make the math for whatever you should use, like, or to min max it like we did that other time. But yeah, you just want a lot of silver coins really, and then get the red and blue board. That's gonna give you a lot of silver coins. Journey's End, if you can get this one, might as well grab it, right? What was the requirement for it again? Oh, right, it's the wallet, right? So you would basically trade this thing for it. Yeah, go for it, I would say. So at this point, it's going to be interesting if you want to like spend silver coins to go for this one or not. So if you have 100 silver coins spent, let's just assume it works like that. I'm not sure. Then you obviously have to move the decimal twice, which means it's essentially 30 attack power, or sorry, attack power, 30 attack for each hundreds, like a big artifact if you buy it in the store, right? But you're also, let's see, that's a lost silver coins, right? Yeah, but you're also losing a little bit, you know, because you obviously have the bank owner or rifle that you want to pick up, and the damage reduction one, the safe. So let's see here. So you're losing 10, but you're gaining 30. Yeah, that's still worth it though, definitely. So if you have the Journey's End, then you want to spend. Otherwise, no. Try to just get as much as possible. Then you also have the Greedy Mimic, which is essentially losing your silver coins. So if you do have the Journey's End and you can pick up the Mimic from the shop, you might as well do so. However, you are gonna be paying 100 for it, but that's for the lost ones. Let's think here. I was thinking earlier that maybe on like floor 7 or 8 you don't want to take the Mimic, because you're gonna lose 100 silver coins. You're gonna lose 10% attack from getting it, but then you're obviously gonna get it back later for each lost silver coin. Let's think now. It's late. So you have 6 nodes. Well, say 11 then, because we're not counting the last one. You're not gonna get anything from that. Let's see here. Let's just grab the calculator. Didn't come prepared. So that's 11 times 0.3. That's not how we do it, of course. But yeah, 33 then. Obviously, since it's 10. So let's see here. 33 is that one, and you lose 10. So yeah, that would be worth it. I would say probably floor 8 you don't need to bother with it, probably, just to make it easy. But like floor 7 and down, yeah, probably pick up the Mimic, assuming you have the Journey's End, of course. So yeah, get the Mimic, get the Journey's End, get the blue board as early as possible, the better. Bank Owner's Rifle, good stuff. Reader, good stuff. Obviously it leads to Journey's End. The safe, good stuff. These here are kinda whatever, I would say. Like, if you can get them early, sure, but they are gonna be replaced, I would say. I mean, you can just stack up on a bunch of safes, right, or rifles. So that's really what you want to stack on, I think. And I wouldn't really bother with this fortune cookie, because that chain is just really whatever. Unless, like I said, it actually gives something, except for the bottle caps. But I mean, like, in your actual runs, I mean, then you don't really need to care about that. So yeah, hope that was somewhat valuable. But yeah, and good luck, and see you on the update day, I suppose. Maybe we'll get some code soon as well, so that's gonna be interesting. Just putting it out there. Gonna be another hide and seek, like I mentioned in another video. But yeah, take care everyone, and see you around. Bye!